What's good YouTube, and welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video we're going to talk about the basic concepts of trading, and trust me guys, I will explain it so simply that even babies could understand this, okay? So don't panic, we go through everything you need to know in order to get started with trading one by one. No limits, like no rushing or anything. We really go basically slowly and steady through this whole video. If you're an advanced trader, this video might not help you really much. You can of course still watch it in order to get your basics to the right level, which they need to know. Maybe you're missing out on 1 or 2 points, but in the general idea, this video is for everyone who really wants to get started with the basic knowledge of trading. So in the markets, there are basically 3 trends, okay? 3 trends which we can trade, and we can see them on the market pretty much as well. So the first type we can see, if we are looking at the chart, is an uptrend, okay? I will draw this pretty simply for you guys, don't worry. We can see an uptrend, okay? An uptrend looks like this. It goes up, then it goes down a little bit, then it goes strongly to the upside again, and then it comes again down just a little bit, before continuing even higher to the upside. So what does that mean for us? This means that we only want to take trades in the direction of the market. You need to understand in which state the market you're looking at is currently in order to flow with the big orders and where the most people go currently. That's really important, guys, because let's say you're playing your bets against a trade, okay? Against the overall trend, sorry. Let's say you go for a short position right here. The market went up so rapidly and you just say, oh, it's gonna go down for sure, yeah. So then you place your sell position right here. You can mark this out. You go short right here, place a stop loss. Basically, I think you don't even know what a stop loss is. You put a stop loss right here. Stop loss basically means this is where you will automatically get out of the market, okay? Your broker will automatically take your order out of the market. So if you're saying you're losing 30 bucks here, that's pretty much, if the market was up, you lose 30 bucks, okay? So we then can see that the market ended up going down a little bit, but because you missed out on this very fundamental thing, you end up losing your 30 bucks, okay? And we don't want that to happen to you guys, so let me delete this out. Uptrend is always made from higher highs and higher lows, okay? So you can see this is a high right here. Where's my text tool? This is a high right here, and then we get a low right here, a low. Simple. You see a chart, you see it's up high, you name it a high, you see it's going low, you name it a low. We then can see that the market made a new high by crossing the last previous high. So we then get a higher high, guys. It's pretty simple, right? Higher high. This is called a higher high. Pretty simple. And this, what will be this called, guys? This right here. Think of yourself a little bit. This is called a higher low. Guys, it's so easy, like you can't miss out on that, okay? We will look at real chart examples soon, but just keep that in mind, okay, for now. You can make a screenshot, you can write it down in your notes, whatever you want. Just take a look at a downtrend, for example. A downtrend is actually the complete, oh wait, let me draw this a little bit better. A downtrend is actually the complete opposite of what we currently saw. So it's like basically going down, right? And as you can see, what would you name this? You would name this a high, of course. And this would be a low. Let me draw this out. This would be a low. So once you saw that, we have a high and we have a low. But what ends up happening once you cross below our previous low? We get a lower low. And this is what you need to understand, like really, it's so simple, everyone can understand it. Lower low. So once you see the market making lower lows and lower highs, you know the market is in a downtrend, okay? High, higher highs and higher lows. Market is in an uptrend. Low and lower lows. Lower highs. Market is in a downtrend, okay? So if you see that, you of course want to sell. Here comes this in place. When you want to sell a market, you can pretty much go short right here. Put your stop loss just above anywhere. Maybe we have a fair value gap, or this is all advanced stuff, but just for your understanding. You can basically entry from this, and you can take the whole downtrend in your favor if you're confident and if you're making it good, okay? So once we talked about this, you say it's pretty simple. But here is the biggest problem where most players miss out, okay? And this is when the market is going sideways. Yes, guys, the market can go sideways. And this is a period of time where most people make the most amount of errors, including me. So what's end up happening? It's not always to look like this, right? A consolidation can also look like this. It goes up, it goes down, it goes, and if you see that on the market, guys, what do you think? You can say it's an uptrend, okay? I agree. You can also say it's a downtrend, okay? Also true. So pretty much this is a condition in the markets where you don't want to place any trades in, okay? When you see the market looking like this, perfect, take trades, it's perfectly fine. If you see the market looking like this, it's also pretty perfect. So now that we talked about the basic structure of the market, we can go into the candlesticks. So you understand what you actually see and what all of this stuff actually means. Okay, let me delete all of my drawings. Let's just take a look at these candles. I make them a little bit bigger for you, okay? Let's just have a look at this one. This blue candle right here is a bullish candle. Most of you, I have different chart colors. That's please don't get confused, guys. This is a green candle, okay? A bullish candle, or you could also say a buying candle. We can see that the market opened right here where the beginning of the line is, okay? So the market, I draw this out for you guys. If this is a bullish candle, let's make this green. The market begins to move at the bottom of the candle, like basically at the bottom of the body, okay? If this is the body, this is the open of the candle. Let me write this down. This is the open of the candle. We then can see bullish going up, okay? It's going up, guys. We then can see that this one must be what, guys? This must be the close of the candle. This means we're looking at a 4-hour chart currently, guys. This would be the open of the candle, okay? Where the previous candle closed, the new one's open, okay? And then 4 hours later, the market will close, and wherever it closes, like the candle will close, wherever it closes will be the close of the candle. So in this period of time, the market opened here, went all the way back up, and closed right here. So what does this little wicks mean, okay? You can see these wicks all over the chart. We have it here, we have it here. Maybe you can... Wait, does this work? Yeah, perfectly. You can see these wicks basically everywhere, okay? So what does they mean? For a bullish candle, they are the... Oh, sorry for the bad drawing. They are the high and the low, okay? So in the 4 hours this candle was building up, it's reached a high of this candle. This would be the high, okay? And this would be the low. For a bearish candle, of course, this would be the opposite, okay? So you can see 4 hours we opened, we went all the way back up here, we went also all the way down here, but the market ended up closing bullish right here, okay? Pretty simple. For the selling set of points, this of course is the complete opposite. Let me draw this out for you. Yeah, I know my candles look very beautiful, okay guys? They look very beautiful. We can see we get a wick to the upside, wick to the downside. And where is the open and where is the close? Do some thinking for yourself, okay? Where will be the open and where would be the close? You can see that obviously for a bearish candle, so a selling candle, the opposite is the case. So this is the open and this is the close. It's pretty simple, I know. It's really stupidly simple, guys, okay? So for the other side of things, this would be still considered the low of this period. And this would be still considered the high of this period. Why would this be at the low, right? So this is both the high and the low of the period, and this is just the open and the close. That's the only thing that's different for buying and selling candles. The open and the close. If, like, this could be very much turned into a selling candle. Let's say the close would go below the open, right? This candle will actually turn into a red candle because it's now a selling candle, because it closed below the open price. If a candle closes above the open price, it's bullish. If a candle closes below the open price, it's bearish. Okay. So bullish and bearish is basically, I know these are terms used by a lot of traders. Bullish and bearish is basically not much different. Bullish is a green candle and bearish means a red candle. So a buying candle is bullish and a selling candle is bearish. Right. So pretty simple. Now let's actually take a closer look at the markets. Okay. I go to the 5-minute time frame for that. Maybe this is not the best price action right now. Let's go to gold. Maybe on a 1 hour. Can we get some nice price action? Okay, let me get my chart colors real back. So in trading view, you can change the colors, basically everything. You can make the chart whole black. You can make it green and like pink or whatever you want, okay? So I have my chart colors like this. All black basically, except of the bullish body. It's blue for me. And okay. So what can we see here? We can basically see, if you look at this, we can basically see that the market is in an uptrend, right? So we see a high, and then we see a higher low, and then we see a higher high, continued by a higher low, before we close up again of the previous high and make this new higher high. Higher low, and higher high. It's pretty simple, guys, I know, it's stupid. So what would you want to do if you see that? You want to buy, right? Because if you try to sell in such market conditions and you just press short because you think, oh, this candle is pretty, like, it's pretty short, right? It's pretty strong. Oh, yeah, the market will go down. The market continued to go up for so many hours now, guys. Look at this. This is all like such strong momentum. And now, because the market made such an impulsive, strong move, you think the market is going down. Obviously, the market fooled you and it's not going down anywhere near. It's going up strong again. And I won't say it's a bad idea to sell. Like, obviously it's bad for me, it didn't work, but maybe it's good for you, I don't know. You need to really find what works the best for you. So basically what you want to do, guys, is always to try and buy with the market, because every time you place a long position right here, you pretty much could have made profit, right? Like, it's so simple. Okay. Now let's look at the opposite. Maybe I can spot a nice downtrend. Yeah, right here. Okay. So you can see that the market was building strong up moves, like we're in an uptrend. And then all of a sudden, the market started to make lower lows and lower highs. And this would be considered equal highs, by the way. Like, it's not really a breakthrough, right? The market ended up closing below. So this will be equal highs, and then we get a lower low, lower high, lower low, equal highs again. Like, this would not mean anything for me. And then we get a equal low. This is really interesting, okay? So you can see the whole time we made lower lows, okay? We got a lower low right here, we got a lower low right here, and even right here. But this right here is the first time that the market is not making a new lower low. We are not closing with a body. We are not closing below this low. And this pretty much means that we don't have enough selling pressure, right? So this would be a clear warning sign for me. No more selling trades in this market. And I would wait for what happens next. And then we can see a strong uptrend forming. We can see first a little bit of consolidation we talked about earlier. Then we get a strong breakout to the upside. Still no trades made because we still have this high. But this is very strong, guys. If you see this in the markets, it's very strong. And you can pretty much go into the new trend pretty early, right? So we end up seeing equal highs right here. We don't cross, right? But we also don't close below our previous low. And then the market made an insane bullish candle. Basically, you could have entered on that. Really, I'm being honest. And then we get basically a strong, very strong move to the upside, followed by a higher low, higher high, higher low, and so on. So guys, as you can see, it's pretty simple. This is basic market like knowledge everyone needs to have in order to get started. You can now look at the markets, and I would actually advise you to go look at the markets today and try if you can see anything like this. Like, look at your notes, higher highs, higher lows, and see if you can spot them. And if you can't spot them on a market, that's not bad, right? You don't need to trade in a market where it doesn't look like an uptrend or a downtrend to you. So we can look at this, and this is exactly what I mean. Basically, this market just looks like, what is this, right? What is this price action right here? I don't want to place any trades for these few days. Like, this is 3 days, guys. 3 days of price action. I would have not touched Euro USD in this period of time, okay? This is just not a good condition to trade in. If we then look at, let's look at USD JPY actually, you could have made many long trades in this period of time, right? So if one market looks bad for you, just look at a different pair, guys. It's free. You don't need to place trades in the market where the market doesn't look good to you. That's the final advice for this video, and I hope, it's so beautiful. Like, do you guys see that? It goes down, up, more down, a little bit more up, more down, a little bit, like it. You can't unsee this, okay? Go to the markets, try to look at this yourself, and you can't basically unsee this. So if the video helps, I would be very happy if you leave a like and comment below. And of course, if you subscribe to my channel as well. Also, thank you so much guys for watching, and I hope we see you again later.